Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing tonight? Well, it's Saturday night and had a long day at work, but it actually went by pretty quick. I still have 3 more days to work before I get a 3-day break, which during that time frame I'm not going to really be getting that much of a break. I'm going to be helping my mother out with my grandgirls because she's going to be watching them while my daughter is in the hospital giving birth to my grandson Thursday morning. So I have that coming up this week. So I have a lot on my mind right now. In a lot of different areas, actually. And I guess I just want to give a few thoughts, a few thoughts of mine on some things that I've been noticing over the last, it's been a long time coming actually, but it's been a while, but I just finally now decided to start doing something about it. And basically, I'm the type of person that when I say I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to see that person. I don't want to talk to that person. When I'm done, I'm done. And there's many reasons why I find myself being done. But probably the most number one reason why I would completely block somebody out of my life and off of social media would be simply this. All they ever do is complain. All they ever do is talk negative shit on other people. And they make you believe that their intentions are good, but in actuality, their intentions are only for themselves. So, I guess throughout all of this, I think the one thing that I'm learning from it is not to trust as much, you know. The only person I think I can and know I can trust for a fact, without a doubt, 100%, is myself. First and foremost. And then the next people I could trust would be my daughter. I guess I can trust my mother to a certain extent. And I got a couple of friends that I definitely can say I can count on, you know, and trust 100%. But most people, no. You know? Most people don't want to put out the effort or what it takes to get to know somebody. Because getting to know somebody and becoming somebody's friend is a lot more than just a few minutes on YouTube. Or a few minutes up on a panel with somebody. If you want to really develop a relationship and get to know somebody away from social media, it takes time. It takes time to get to know somebody and get to know them, as well as letting them get to know you. And most people don't want to go through that. Most people don't want to shell out the effort when it comes to getting to know somebody on a deeper level. See, myself, I'm a deeper level kind of person. I'm the type of person that likes to talk about deep emotional things Um, I'm the type of person that I get bored easily. A conversation about the weather is definitely not going to keep my interest at all. A conversation about subject matters that can be debated on, they don't hold my attention anymore either. Or I'm starting to get bored with the whole this subject versus this subject, and you can place any title in those two things, A versus B, you know. Whether it's flat earth versus globe earth, whether it's Christians versus non-Christians, whether it's white versus black, whether it's transgendered versus the world. You know what I mean? There's so many subject matters out there that divide the people. And I'm even starting to see it in this truther community. People that claim to be awakened, people that claim to know this and know that, but they don't. I lost my train of thought. Hang on. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, what I was saying was, there's a lot of people out here, that claim to have the truth and all that, but in reality, do they? Or is it just something in their own mind? There are certain subject matters out there where it's a very group-minded thought process. And then there's other thought processes out there that aren't necessarily accepted by the general public. But does that make those thoughts wrong? I don't know. Or those beliefs, I should say, not really thoughts or beliefs, opinions. I mean, there's some people that believe in a flat earth, some people believe in a globe earth, some people believe we live in a crater earth, some people believe we're actually living on the moon. Some people believe we live in a simulation, that we're like in a game. And that, yeah, it's reality. These are like our avatars. But the real us is somewhere else, not even anywhere near here. That our higher self is in some room or some other realm playing a game. And that we're the avatar, so to speak. I don't know. And then there's other people that, believe in star seeds and a galaxy of other beings. Not a galaxy, but a federation of other beings from other galaxies. There's all sorts of beliefs out there. I don't really know what I uphold to anymore because so many things that I used to believe and uphold to have completely been, I wouldn't say debunked, but I just don't no longer hold or adhere to that specific belief. Whether it was a program or whatever, an indoctrination, propaganda put into me, whatever it was, from my generation. I no longer adhere to a lot of beliefs that I adhered to as a child. Or even a young adult. I'd say the majority of the beliefs that I have now, I've probably gained all within the last 15 years of my life. So since I was about 39, 40 years old. Is how long I've probably believed most of what I believe now is about that long. Even then, though, there were some beliefs that I learned back 15 years ago that I don't really hold to today. I mean, when I awakened in 2009, I went through a whole gamut of beliefs, let me tell you, whether it was political or religious. I went through a whole gamut of beliefs, and I would say in a very short period of time, probably 2-3 years most, tops, I went from basically one end of the spectrum to the other, or one side of the coin to the other. And now I'm at the point in my life where I don't even know what to believe. And honestly, I don't care if what I think adheres or lines up to anybody else's thoughts. You know? I'm not one of these types of people that likes to jump on a bandwagon just because everybody else thinks it or believes it. I went along to get along for so many years that I'm just not going to go along anymore. Just to get along. If I don't believe something doesn't mean that we can't necessarily still connect or whatnot, but I'm just not going to be on the same level as that person, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm just going through something right now that I just need to deal with personally and go inward and do some more inner work and just start doing the things I need to do for me and kind of quit trying to build community, you know? Because I find that, you know, I meet people and then I kind of get involved in a community of these people. And then some of the people that I meet along the way, you know, eventually they, you know, aren't around anymore because they found other things to do with their time and so they don't hang out on social media as much, so you don't see them. Or there are just some people that, you know, you stray away from and go on your own path. You know what I'm saying? I just am at a point in my life where I find myself alone. I'm not just physically alone. I am alone in a lot of my thought processes, a lot of my beliefs, a lot of what I think. There's not a lot of people, I would say, that would necessarily agree with what I think. And then there might be some people out there that do, you know? But I don't necessarily want to sit here and say, okay, this is what I think. This is, you know, rock solid, in stone, and there's no way I'll ever change my mind. No, I'm not saying that. I'm always open to having my mind changed if the evidence that is presented before me is compelling enough to change my mind. But if there's not enough evidence to compel me to change my mind, more than likely I'm not going to change my mind, you know? And that's what it comes down to. I'm not going to believe somebody. I'm not going to believe in something because somebody else believes in it. You know? Just because that's their experience doesn't mean that it's everybody's experience. Just like my experiences aren't everybody else's experience. So, yeah, I just want to basically, you know, be peaceful in life, loving in life, giving where I can give, and just chillaxing through life, you know. I don't want to deal with drama. I don't have time to deal with trauma. I don't have time to deal with other people's issues that they haven't taken the time to work on themselves. Okay? Just like me. I sometimes have to sit here and have this conversation with y'all guys. But in reality, I'm not really talking to anybody. In reality, I just feel like this is a sounding board, you know? Me just putting my thoughts out so they don't drive me crazy, because the fact that I am alone and the fact that I don't really have a lot of friends basically puts me into this position to where I don't have a lot of people I can talk about a lot of these things to. Because, you know, why burden them with my burdens? You know what I mean? Just like me, I don't want to get drugged down because somebody else is drugged down, you know? Misery loves company, so to speak. So that's why whenever I have thoughts running around in my head that don't necessarily agree with one another, that's when I have to stop and really try to use the discernment, you know, try to gather enough information so I'll know what is the truth and what isn't the truth. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, sort of thing. You know, shame me. You know what I mean? So, I'm just more, at the age of 54, I'm more, oh gosh, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. I'm more selective. Where I spend my time, effort, and energy. And with who I spend my time, effort, and energy with, you know. I'll definitely say in the last 6 years, I've probably, and I would say probably before that, I would say for at least the last probably 8 years, I've put up a lot of walls. Not that those walls can't be torn down by myself or by others, or me just opening the door and letting them in, you know. But I'm very selective. Like I said, I'm very selective who I spend my time with. I'm very selective who I share my energy with, or my actual thoughts in my head. The things I think, most of the time, most people around me don't even know most of what I'm thinking. Simply because they're just like an acquaintance, you know? I mean, there's different levels of people I wouldn't say levels, different categories that I place people in, based off of certain things. Like, someone that I'm just like an acquaintance of, somebody I know because of somebody else, or somebody that I work with. To me, that's an acquaintance. Unless I have a personal relationship with them outside of my job or outside of the situation that I met them through, they're not going to be considered a friend. And then the other category is, you know, friends, family. So you got acquaintances, and you got friends, and you got family. And no, family is not necessarily always blood. So those are, you know, basically the categories that I put people in. And I would say I have more acquaintances than I have family or friends. So, yeah, I guess it's just time for me to start trying to work on me. I'm starting to learn through all of this that it comes down to one thing. Me working on me. And that's all I can do. I can't control others, and others can't control me. I'm open to, you can believe whatever you want to believe, just don't try to push it off on me. And at the same time, giving me the freedom to believe as I want, and not push it off on you. Just because I see these things as just other obstacles put in the way of the human psyche to create division. And with that thought, I'm gonna leave y'all. And until I get the notion to make another video and share some more of my heart space or my brain space, y'all stay blessed and take care. Much love, hugs, and we'll see you on the next go around. Peace out, everybody.